Let's eat.
Food's always great after a good cry, you know?
Wait, stop. I just want to mention that this video is sponsored by Destination Canada and their new series Vacations of the Brave, launching November 10th on Amazon Prime Video, but I'm gonna get into that very soon, so stay tuned. Hey, baby boy. Hello. Alright, I feel like this is Gallup's like party trick. Like, people love this. There you go. He gets dressed on his own. Where's my camera guy? There he is. Hello.
Coming in.
Hello. All right, so I didn't drive, that's a lie. Jake just drove us an hour and a half to Long Beach, and I'm on my way to somewhere very special. I'm really excited about today's video. It might get deep, it might get emotional, I'm not gonna lie to you. He wants to pee, so do I, so.
He gets to go first.
Apparently. Is my makeup okay, Jake?
Looks good via my camera lens.
I feel like my eyes were watering in the car.
A slight over here. That was all the deep subject matter we were discussing in the car the way here.
I was gonna say, he's faking having to pee like I'm supposedly faking blindness. There's a Reddit thread, you guys.
Go check it out.
Go check it out.
It's Reddit, Molly faking blindness.
Where are you?
I'm here.
We made it.
Hi.
How are you?
And so Molly, my name is Dan.
Oh, hi.
Oh, great.
Very
is my
nice to
restaurant.
meet you.
Oh, this is your restaurant.
Yeah, why?
Amazing. Hello.
I didn't realize you already had the camera ready.
Yeah, we're camera ready all the
That's all I
time.
gotta go.
Thank you so much for letting us come here.
Absolutely.
And I love what you're doing. I think it's amazing.
Oh, you haven't even tried the food yet.
Well, yeah, hopefully that part's amazing, but the other parts are amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Nice to meet you as well.
Yeah. And this is Jake.
This is Jake.
Jake. Nice to meet you.
Nice to
Jake.
meet you.
Okay.
So I'm here at this restaurant, Fourth and Olive, and basically the person who started it, Dan, who's incredible, works to hire like people with disabilities. He's disabled himself, and I just think that's amazing. And I was inspired to come here because this video is sponsored by Destination Canada, and they have this new series coming out on Amazon Prime Video November 10th called Vacations of the Brave, where basically they take inspiring, courageous Americans, bring them to my home, Canada, and kind of challenge them through adventures to bond and reconnect and discover themselves. And I think it's super cool. One of the episodes has something to do with what this place has to do with, so maybe I'll tell you a little later on.
So all the bread that we have in the restaurant is sourdough toast.
Ooh, love me some sourdough.
So that is battered, deep fried ham and cheese on the inside, and then you've got a creme anglaise, which is this nice little cream, white cream that you can dip it in.
Almost, yeah, it almost sounds like an advanced grilled cheese.
Yeah, pretty much.
Gallop put the word cheese and
Yeah, he's like, sorry,
I
what?
forgot.
Cheese? Yeah, that's his favorite word in life.
And then
Isn't it most of our favorite word in life? Cheese.
We could probably mix the strawberry lemonade if you want to do a little strawberry lemonade.
I'll go do that. My drink will match my hair.
Yeah.
That's the owner. My mom was telling me he has a flamingo shirt on, which I so approve of. I love flamingos.
He did his research.
If only Penelope was here. Penelope is my pet stuffed flamingo, in case you haven't met her yet. She's pretty cute.
Broke my neck.
Oof.
And so I used to not be able to walk, and now I walk goofily like a bear. I lumber.
How did you break your neck?
I actually broke it a couple times, but I had at the first time I broke it, just some stress fractures from the military, and then second time I became a cyclist to try to rehabilitate it, and I got hit by a semi-truck.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That sounds very painful.
It was not one of my better days.
Wow. See, Gallup helps me avoid getting hit by a semi-truck.
Right, no.
That's his job.
And I'm deaf in my left ear anyway, so I wouldn't be able to hear you.
Oh,
on that
well,
side.
there you go.
Also, in boxing, everyone's right-handed, hit me on the left side of the face.
Wow, you've been through a lot. Your body has been through a lot.
Yeah, slowing down now though. It's I got a son, so I try.
How old's your son?
He's actually, you can hear him in the background over there. He's He's a year and a half.
Oh, the little baby laughing.
Uh-huh.
I hear baby laughter.
That's Charlie. He's playing with one of our servers over there. So.
Oh, cute. Okay, so you've broken your neck twice. So, but you're a walking paraplegic?
Quadriplegic. So, yeah, I have limited feeling in all 4 limbs.
I know there's like a lot of people are very confused by the fact that people, like a lot of people, just like blindness, a lot of people assume when you're blind you see nothing, or when you're deaf you hear nothing.
Right.
And I think it's the
If
same
you're quad,
with a
you
lot of
can't
it's like,
in a chair.
yeah, if you're quadriplegic or paraplegic, you can't walk at all, or you can't move your arms at all, you can't feel anything. But that's just like blindness; it's a spectrum.
People, not so much on my day-to-day, but when I'm on getting in and out of my car, because I've got disabled plates, and that's when people confront me all the time. I'm like, yeah, well, you know, I had a police officer actually. He's like, you look too young to be.
You look too
young to be disabled. And I said to be using that spot. And I was like, well, I keep telling my neurologist that, and he says I'm still a quadriplegic.
There's so much misconception about disability and
Yeah.
what it is to be disabled and what you're supposed to look like, how you're supposed to act, what you're supposed to be capable of. Like, society loves to put like a box around it, but
Makes you feel safe.
there is no box for it, you know?
And there's plenty of people that are fully able-bodied and are just lazy,
Yeah.
and they can't do anything right. So, I mean, I figure some of us at 75% are better than others at 125, so
Yeah,
what the hell are we gonna do?
I agree. So when did you open this restaurant?
Actually, a week from tomorrow is our 2-year anniversary. We opened on Veterans Day of 2016. I had to do my math there, 2 years.
Okay, and when you opened it, what was your mission?
A lot of missions. Our first mission was to provide Long Beach with a place that had real Whole Foods. So nothing here comes out of a can. So everything you're going to try here, from the ketchup and mayo, we ferment our sauerkraut, we don't have any preservative.
Wow.
But yeah, on the other side, it was as we developed the project, so I lost my last job over my disability. I got basically pushed out of my job because people, same concept, couldn't get over the fact that
Yeah.
sometimes I need to use a cane if I'm on my feet for an extended period, or I need to sit frequently. And then they just couldn't wrap their heads around that. And so as I developed this, I realized I can provide a place where people of all ability levels can work without being discriminated. And so that's what we do. So we've got, I not only hire vets, but mostly I've got a staff of 14, 11 of them serving in the military, and most of them are rated at least 60% or above at the VA for their disabilities.
Right.
Some of them are visible disabilities, some are, internal, and
Yeah.
all of us are dealing with something.
Right.
It's created a great culture here because we give each other the space we need.
You understand each other and you can support each other in ways that you maybe can't get from other places.
Exactly. And we also don't treat each other with kid gloves.
Yeah.
Which is the one that drives me the worst. I'm like, you know what?
Yes.
I'm a grown man. I can decide what my limitations are. I don't need you to add more to
Oh,
it.
I love when people tell me what I should be capable of.
Right.
I love when people tell me that I can't do something. I'm like, that's up to me
Yeah.
to figure out.
Yeah.
Like let me try, let me do it, and I'll tell you if I need help.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know what the statistic is regarding other disabilities, but I know for my community, 80% of blind people are unemployed.
Sure.
And it's not because we're not educated, it's not because we're not capable, it's because people are scared.
Yep.
It's so easy to hire somebody that's sighted. It's so easy to hire somebody that isn't disabled. So even if we're just as capable, if not more capable, for people who are able-bodied, it's like safer in their minds to hire somebody that's like them.
Yeah.
I think a lot of media coverage of disability in general is very negative. It's a lot of like pity,
Tons of pity.
or putting you on a pedestal for something that
Anyone could've
realistically
done, right.
anody could have done.
Right.
And
Oh,
you're like,
congratulations, Dan put his pants on today.
Right,
Yeah,
and
I
you're
don't
like-
I don't need a trophy for that.
exactly. She poured her own coffee.
Oh,
And you're like, yeah, it's like pretty simple to figure out. And that's why I'm so passionate about doing what I do with my channel and my speaking is I want to be like a realistic role model of what disability is.
Yeah.
And just like some of my favorite comments, I got a comment one time and it was like I came to her channel expecting some really cool blind girl, but she's just basic. And I was like, yeah, that's exactly right. I'm just basic. Like, I'm just a basic 24-year-old millennial girl. Like, that's the exact point that I'm trying to get across. Is like,
Right.
yeah, treat me like I'm basic. Like, if you don't have to like me just because I'm disabled. You don't have, like.
Right.
I was talking a little while ago with one of my friends. She was driving me home the other night, and she was asking me about how people treat me. And I was saying, I don't remember that I'm disabled until people remind me that I'm disabled. We all have challenges. Some of us just have more obvious challenges than others. But until I get denied access because of my guide dog, or until somebody starts talking to my mom about me instead of talking to me about me, like those are the moments when I'm like, oh yeah, people look at me differently. People think of me differently. And I think it's awesome that you've like created a space where people can just be normal and have equal opportunity. And you're teaching every single person, that comes and eats here that is how we are. Like, we should be treated that way.
Wouldn't say we're all
awesome.
normal though. We got a bunch of knuckleheads.
True, I'm pretty weird, but it's nothing to do with my disability.
Exactly,
Like,
yeah.
I would be weird regardless. I'm just a weird person. Like, I have hot pink hair, that's just...
That you do.
That's just me. All right, well, I really appreciate what you're doing, and I think it's super cool, and thank you for letting me come and eat here. I'm excited for food.
Pretty good, yeah.
I'm excited. He's
kid.
gonna be like the size of me. Oh, he's like unhappy about it. This is why I shouldn't have children.
All right. Oh, he's just being a little fussy. Hold on.
See, they don't
So
like
quick.
they don't like me. They don't like me.
No, it's just because you're brand new. He's just got to get that.
This is so good.
Oh, I should have warned you. Yeah, everything's really good here.
Wow. Oh my god.
We're not messing around.
Just down.
I was not expecting that. Wow.
You want to get down? Yeah. You want to say hi to the dog?
Say hi to the puppy.
Yeah.
Gallup, come say hi to the baby. You love babies.
Yeah.
Look, it's a baby.
Charlie, can you give gentle touches? Soft touches? This is Gallup.
but he's smiling there.
Yeah.
Charlie's smiling.
Gallup,
Hi,
look
Gal.
at the baby. Oh, I love when people try to tell me that like the world's not fair. I'm like, if anybody knows the world's not fair, it's people with disabilities, because.
It's like when people tell me they got hit by I feel like I got hit by a Mack truck.
And you're like, yeah, no, I did. So,
Right in the head, yeah. I built this company because I got tired of other people limiting me for my disability. But if I didn't have that issue,
it wouldn't
I
have
never
driven you
started
to
my
reach
restaurant.
this potential.
Right.
Yeah.
It brings out the best parts, the latent parts of us that are, the things that, I would like to think my best parts have come out. There have been rough days, real bad days. I have a very patient wife over there that's had to learn with me, basically learning how to walk all over again, and all the emotional vagaries that go with that. But
Yeah, it's interesting to me when people don't care about disability rights because it doesn't affect them, but you never know when it's going to affect you. Most people don't plan to get hit by a truck.
Nope.
Most people don't plan to get in a parasailing accident in their mid-20s when they're Dominican. Yeah, I was born with a disease, so we found out that it was gonna come.
Sure.
But like most people with disabilities, like it's not in their life's plan.
No.
And so it's in everybody's interest to like
Prepare
care,
for it, yep.
to prepare, to care about equal rights for people with disabilities, to care about accessibility. I wouldn't have been as driven as I am if it wasn't for the fact that 80% of my community, including so many of my friends with disabilities, were unemployed. And
Yeah.
if I didn't struggle with the employment that I have had in the past, I think I often like really look at the positives of what it's given me, because it's really easy to cry about all the negatives, and it's really easy to look at like all the problems that come with it when you choose to look at all the positives, because at the end of the day, like, we can't reverse what's happened.
Nope. Can't do
So
a
like
damn thing
looking
about
at the negatives is not going to get us anywhere, but focusing on all the blessings that it's given us, that will get you somewhere. I'm really happy that I've come here because it inspires me to see other people doing the same thing.
All right, well, let's keep inspiring the hell out of each other.
Yeah.
Because I think you're a badass, and I'm really
Thank
glad
you.
you're in my restaurant right now.
Thank you. Oh, I don't do this. I like never cry.
It's good to
I've just been like leaking out without me crying.
Do you want to talk about like what, like why?
Why I'm
Explain-
crying?
Explain what's up.
I don't even know. I think I'm just like, it's been a rough week. I've just been struggling a lot. I think sometimes it's just really grounding to be around people that get it. Like Jake, from the time we met, like I wanted you to come with me today because from the time we met, like you just got it. Like you just accepted me and you just understood what I needed and you didn't make me feel different. But that's not how most of the world is, you know? I think people like see my life and I try to be like real and not just share the good stuff, but for the most part, like I'm a positive person, so I share that because I've chosen to be positive. Because like we were talking about, like I can't change this, so the best thing I can do is like be happy. That doesn't mean it isn't. It's really hard. I love myself and I love my life, but and I don't remember I'm disabled until like Tuesday night when I land at LAX and a taxi driver won't let me get in because of my guide dog. Or out at a restaurant and somebody asks my friend what I want to eat instead of asking me. When I think about how many disabled people struggle to gain employment, it breaks my heart that like he had to start a restaurant because him and his friends were struggling to get a job. It breaks my heart that like I feel normal, but a lot of people don't see me that way. I just want to go to a party on a Saturday night and have fun, but the moment a new person finds out I'm blind, the whole night just becomes about that. I don't ever just get to be a 24-year-old. And so when I'm around people who get it, even if they aren't blind, they just have their own disability, it's kind of just like a relief. Like I'm like, thank you. I'm not the only one. Because most of my friends are able-bodied. Most of my friends aren't disabled. Yeah, I mean, coming to LA has been like the best thing that's ever happened to me, which I think is not the case for like a lot of people. I mean, leaving home was a relief because in LA I'm just a person. But in LA, like back home, I'm my story because everywhere I go, there's just memories. And that's really heavy for me. But here I get to just create a new life and like move forward to the next chapter instead of feeling stuck to the old chapter. So that's been like really rewarding and freeing and liberating. Coming to LA has also brought like a ton of challenges, like leaving my home and like starting over and learning everything again and trying to make new friends and new connections and continue to work and build my career, and it's been a lot, but I'm like really proud of myself. Let's eat.
Food's always great after a good cry, you know?
It was like our 9th or 10th day open, and this gentleman sat at the bar and he had our pork chop and started tearing up. So I went by him and I'm like,
That's why I'm tearing up. It was the
Right.
lemonade, to be honest.
Yeah.
It was just the
it does.
lemonade.
It's
got me
disarming.
over.
All of a sudden, you have all these rush of emotions in you.
It was a rush of joy, and it just burst into tears.
Is the makeup savable? Because I just
Yeah.
cried a lot, so I
There
don't
you
know
go.
that this is.
I think you got it.
I'm not even wearing waterproof mascara. I don't know.
It looks, I mean, your mom knows better than me, but I think it looks all right.
Very pretty.
This food is so bomb, you guys. Can't even tell you. As you guys know, like I said earlier, this video is sponsored by Destination Canada, and the series that they're doing on Amazon video. I just want to say, like, I don't want this to sound cheesy, but like, thank you guys for like what you're doing. I think, I get a lot of requests to do sponsorships, and I say no to a lot because for me it needs to feel genuine and authentic. and it needs to be something I believe in. And when I looked through the series, when I watched the first episode, it like really resonated with, which is why I wanted to do this, because the I don't want to like spoiler alert it, but I'm going to spoiler alert it. The first episode is about an ice cream shop owner who employs people with disabilities to work at the ice cream shop, and that's kind of what inspired me to seek out somewhere in LA that does that same thing. And that's when I came across this place. I like really needed this, you know, and without watching the show and like Destination Canada reaching out about this sponsorship, like I wouldn't have done this. And I feel like I have lost some of my disability community when I moved to LA, and so I'm happy that I've come here today because I really like needed this, you know.
Oh, so what I was telling him was, I was in the Navy. I'm a vet, and moved from Vegas, and I lost everything. So I went to MVets. I was in the homeless shelter there for a couple of weeks, and then I went to US Vets. And Dan actually went into one of the art classes there. I didn't know Dan, and he said, I run a restaurant, I help vets, and I told him I'm a vet, I'm homeless right now, I need help. And it took a little while, but he finally gave me a job, and I got the voucher from the VA, so I'm off the street now. I have an apartment.
Oh my
and
God.
I didn't have any furniture, and Dan went on the internet, and he typed vet needs furniture, and Long Beach came calling, and they brought me so much furniture he had to type on the internet, stop bringing stuff.
Stop bringing furniture.
I mean, they gave me a futon, a bed, a couch, a TV, all the silverware, all the dishes. I mean, I was crying when they were giving me all this stuff. So now I've been off the street for 18 months, and I've been working here and riding my bike, and everything's been wonderful. I just thought you might like to know that.
Yeah, I do. That's so
That was one of the homeless vets that he brought.
He's such a great guy.
He's an awesome man.
He's amazing.
I'm in
Congratulations.
a 100% better place than I was a year ago. If you would have met me a year ago, I'd have been outside. Or a year and a half ago, I'd have been outside.
Well, thank you so much for letting us come here. This was a great experience.
Yeah.
Just kind of curious to see how because I'm a lot bigger than you are. I'm like 245 pounds.
That makes it so good.
Stand next to each other.
And I'm wearing heels because I need them.
We're just concentrating.
I love it. That's my new
Twice the woman
phrase.
and half the body.
I'm concentrated.
That's right.
Twice the woman and half the body. Ooh, I need that on a t-shirt. All right, Galapagos, let's hit the road. Thank you so much. This was great, and congrats with everything you're doing. I think it's
Yeah,
awesome.
thanks so much. This
Have a
was
good one.
Great experience. Beautiful place, beautiful food.
Thank you so much.
Highly recommend, my friends. Highly recommend.
Thank you. Yeah.
Bye. Have a great day. Link below for this place, you guys. Definitely a good joint. All right. I had a good meal. I had a good unexpected cry. And now I need a good nap. So we're about to hit the road back to my place. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's kind of a bit of a real talk, a little more emotional than I usually go, but sometimes I guess it's good to like be serious and have important conversations. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you again to Destination Canada for sponsoring it. I'm gonna leave the link down below to the show Vacations of the Brave. Highly recommend it. I've seen the first episode and I'm really excited to watch the rest of them. So, all right, that's all for today. See you next time. Bye, my killer bees.